There is nothing here. I can prove it to you. Buried in this story, in the New York Times' own story, is a line that this conversation about holding up aid,
right,
which was paid out, by the way, legally before the deadline, a fact that will never change, but, you know, facts get in the way of Adam Schiff's stories. Buried in the story, it says, oh, yeah, and this conversation happened right around the time President Trump got back from this meeting. Well, they leave the date out. Well, Steve, why do you think they would leave the date out the Times? Well, that people would actually read, because some of their liberal readers, I guess they can't. But yeah, it's a dumb story. There's absolutely nothing here.
I'm not a lawyer, I've never tried a case, but I imagine if you're the Trump team, you have to put in to the scenario that the president was wanting an investigation into what happened with the Bidens in 2016. That should be part of the explanation, as opposed to the perfect call, I just wanted to root out corruption. So it's a subtlety, but do you believe, Dan, too, that it also fuels those who say Bolton wants to testify, and if you don't feel as though you said anything wrong to him, do you think it's harder to rationalize not having him as a witness?
Listen, I'm going to throw this out there. Testify to what? What? I brought this up with Griff Jenkins. Produce a witness for what? What is Bolton going to say?
Dan, is this
what of one of those four things can he refute? The answer is none of it.
But when you have someone who worked in the administration, who sat, next to the president, had close relationship with him, and now he's saying that the president did do that, isn't that going to force some of those Republicans that are on the fence to say, hey, we need to hear from him?
And that's got to be a coincidence, right?
And the pre-sale of his book.
Yeah, everything's a coincidence. A whistleblower magically appears. A whistleblower, people from the NSC are working on Adam Schiff's staff. What a coincidence that is. I mean, Adam Schiff's like the modern-day Teddy Ruxpin, You put a quarter in this guy's back, he tells you a story. This will be the next story, how Bolton has the keys to the kingdom. It's all ridiculous.
I will say this. So one thing the president should take from this, between the Lev and the Igor tapes that are now out, and then people writing books about him, he's got to do a better job vetting his staff to find out if they actually want to work for him or not, or they actually want to leak out information about him. So he's got to do a better job hiring people. Yep.
Jordan is a member of the president's defense team. He joins us right now from Statuary Hall in the heart of the Capitol. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Okay, the big story out of the New York Times is that, somehow they got a hold of John Bolton's new book, today available for pre-sale on Amazon, that Bolton was told Trump wanted to continue freezing money to Ukraine until they helped with probes of the Bidens, which is something we have heard before, but now because it's John Bolton and he was in the room, what does this change?
What is their relationship like? Why would he do this? He worked for the president. Is he telling the truth, or do you think he's doing this like the president said, that he's doing this just to sell books?
Well, what we do know is when John Bolton, met with President Zelensky on August 27th, linking of security assistance dollars in any type of investigation,